Hello my friend and welcome to my channel. Today I've got Great Lakes Lacquer Billions of Beautiful Hearts, Maniology MXM111, and Maniology Straight Up Black Coconut Corpse Reviver and Trickster. I've also got Square Hue Monk. So here we go. I've started off just making my decals because that's what we're doing today. So I kind of messed up because it's not starting like I normally do. I normally start with my base manicure, but today we're starting with decals. So I'm just going to pick up a bunch of, well, I say a bunch, 3 images. 2 or 3. I don't know. You guys know. Girl crazy. So I'm scraping off the excess and I'm going to pick it up with my stamper. And so I've got the little jack-o'-lantern look. Okay, so I'm just doing 2. So I've got the flowers and skulls and the little like jack-o'-lantern tiki drinks. I'm gonna get some of this excess up off of the stamper with a piece of tape. Just kind of go around. Not that it really matters because I'm doing decals, but I just kind of go through the motions whether I'm decal, stamping, whatever. I'm doing the same things. And this one's so cute. It's a very cute image with the skulls and the flowers. I am going to top these with the smudge-free top coat very carefully because when I go to fill them in, I don't want to ruin them. I don't always do this step, but I figured it with being black stamping polish, maybe I oughta this time. Aren't those cute? Okay, so they're not tiki drinks. They're like pineapples, but with jack-o'-lantern faces. So cute. Alright, so we've got Maniology's Coconut out, and that's going to be my color for the skulls. And this is going to be a long video. I didn't mention that in the beginning of it, but it is going to be quite long. I'm not talking forever long, but, you know, like in the teens minute long. Using my little Maniology detail brush here. And I'm just going to fill in all of these. I like using the one color and, you know, then moving on to the next color. Plus, by doing these skulls, I set them to the side and do the next decal. It gives these a chance to kind of dry down some, so I don't have any, you know, polishes muddling and muddying each other up if they're too close, you know. Just gives it a little bit extra time to chill out. Just chill out, polish. But this one's really, really fun. I really enjoyed this one. And I actually made the decals and then got distracted, and so it took me a couple of days to come back to them. It's okay though. It's all good, right? Because I used the Wet n Wild. It'll keep a decal. And you can also freshen them up. So if you let them sit for too long and they get very crunchy, you can just put a coat of that Wet n Wild clear on them and kind of rejuvenate them. Yep. But I'm really enjoying all these Halloween plates and Halloween manicures. So it looks pretty good. And now I'm going in with the Monk by Square Hue. I'll show it after this clip. I'm just going in around all the little pineapple bottoms. The little jack-o'-lantern faces on the pineapples. That's just too funny. Too cute. Monk. See? Square Hue. So, there we go. Continue on with it, Tina. Get with it, girl. Because we got a mani to do. And I don't really know why I'm not feeling, but filling in every image because my nails aren't like crazy long. And we got Corpse Reviver. This is not a stamping polish. It's more of a kind of like a jellyish kind of polish. And I'm just going in on the flowers with this one. Thought that little pop of fuchsia looking pinky purple would look cute with the skulls. I'm also going to do some greenery on it here in a little bit. tipping it up so I can see it good. But I do really, I'm telling y'all, I'm getting all excited about the Halloween manicures. I'm going to try to squeeze some fall ones in also because, you know, we're there. It's fall. Everything's starting to get crunchy around here. Had to add some more to my little mat. Some more of that. Corpse Reviver. And then now we're going to use this just in the dots in the middle of these flowers. Not that it's going to be real noticeable on the finished manicure, but it made me feel better. And then we've got Maniology, and this is Trickster. And it's a funky color. It's like a yellowy green. And I liked it, so I pulled out a few greens, but I didn't want to use a dark green because then it didn't show up real good with the black. So I just went with this. It's kind of sitting out, and I needed to use it anyway. And I'm not doing a great job of staying in the lines on the leaves, and it's okay. It's just a manicure. I'm not no competition or anything. Just need something to wear for the week. Okay, I think that one's good. Flip it over, check it out. Looks alright. And then now for these, I'm going to do the tops of the little Jacko pineapples, Jack-o'-lantern pineapples, and I'm going to go over the leaves too, just to, you know, give them some color too, because they're stamped in black, and I wanted to make sure they kind of popped out a little bit. That and I'm playing. This is how we play. We just go crazy with them. Having so much fun with this, and I am really, really excited. I'm hoping to be able to do a lot of Halloween manicures. Alright, so after they've dried down a little bit, I'm going to go over them with the Wet n Wild Clear. And this is just going to help kind of pull the whole image decal together. Really, for me, this is what makes it a decal. So I got to clean my brush off. It picked up some color. I didn't want that going back in the bottle. And then head on to the next one. So I'm kind of dabbing it across the top. And I'll do some dabbing and then some swishing to get it all covered. But I really, really wanted to make sure that I protected these. Plus, when I go to use them, if they're kind of held together with this clear, it makes it easier for me to get them on. There we go. And another trick is if you do let these dry and get crunchy, then you can rehydrate them with the Wet n Wild. Billions of Beautiful Hearts by Great Lakes Lacquer. Beautiful, shimmery, pink, light pink polish. And I'm really liking this as a backdrop for my, you know, funky decals here. So we are doing 2 coats of this today. And we're going to work it into the manicure, being a little different. Alright. I'm going to top it with I&Ms out the door. And this is such a pretty polish. Camera's not doing it justice. I know I say that all the time, but it's true. It's just so true. Ta-da! And there's a swatch photo. Love it. Alright, now that that's dried, it's been a minute, so I'm going to apply some of the sticky base because I've worked really hard on these decals and I don't want to ruin it now. I don't want to go messing this up now. So, sticky base, let it dry for a few seconds, and then get that decal. Now, I should have put some more Wet n Wild, like I was telling you. I should have put some more of that Wet n Wild Clear on it and left it alone for a few minutes and then put it on the nail, but no, I didn't. So I'm using my little cuticle tool here to kind of flatten it out and smush it down and try to get it as smooth as I can. We're going to go in with our little nippy scissors and trim some of this excess off. All that stuff's in my way. And now another cuticle tool to kind of help. Now, this part of it I like because, you know, with it being so crunchy, it's breaking apart and coming apart where I want it to real easy. Mushing it down, making sure it's still sticking. Alright, going to trim some more. You just don't want to trim your nails. You don't want to cut your nails at this point. Alright, so here we go. We're going to get out some acetone and my cleanup brush. And I get acetone on the brush and then I dab it off on the paper towel. I also wipe it off on the paper towel before I put it back in my dampen dish with the acetone because I don't want to make it all muddy with that black nail polish. Then I hold my brush kind of straight up and down to take the edge across the end to tap it down really well. And if y'all been with me for a little while, you know I make this look way harder than it has to look. But I'm a ninny about cleanup. I can't help myself. I want it to, you know, be pretty good when I'm done. I don't want to have to worry about getting all that excess up with some hand washing and stuff later. Alright, so we're going to speed this one up. And we're going to get that sticky base from Maniology onto this nail. And then we're going to apply that decal. Alright, here we go with the little stinking cute pineapple jack-o'-lanterns. Oh, they're just so stinking cute. Alright, we're going to get the snippy scissors out here again. And these are called thread nippers. I find that they're really nice because I'm cutting with my left hand and I am right-handed. So I love that I can use them with my non-dominant hand. Makes life easy. And then I'm going around with my cuticle tool and breaking that. Just kind of breaking it and getting that stuff away. Go away, unwanted pieces. There we go. It's coming along though. And I really did like this one. You know, I like that I kept it minimal. You guys know I like to decorate every nail, but this time I behaved and just did some accent nails. That's always fun too. I just get carried away normally when I'm playing and can't help myself but to put them on all the nails to, you know, dress them all up. But this one, I just decided to behave a little bit. I know it's very unusual for me to do that, but it's all good. Tap that piece. That piece was sticking out, really bugging me. So look at that paper towel getting all yucky. Ugh. Alright, we're going to get into it now. We're almost there. And for me, this is when the magic happens. When this part's over and you start top coating, that's when it gets really fun. The colors pop out and everything smooths down. It's just lovely. Alright, I think I'm about done. Alright, here we go. First, I'm going to top these with some smudge-free top coat from Maniology. And once that's totally dry, which just takes almost no time at all, I'll be putting a glossy, quick dry top coat on these. Yay, I'm happy with it. And I'm going to use I&M's Out the Door for this one to finish it off. Just love it. I am really, really loving it. Having fun with the Halloweens. I love it. Yeah, I still got some more cleanup to do under there. Thanks for pointing that out, Tina. Alright, get this last one. Very, very pleased with it. I didn't smear anything and jack it all up. Yay! Alright, gotta get Woody back out here. Hi, Woody. How you doing? Because I'm a messy girl. But yay, we're done. Here is my swatch photo. I do hope you enjoyed this one. And I want to thank you for watching. Until next time, be good to yourself.